What if I told you that nothing in your life is random? That every so-called coincidence, every twist of fate, every unshakable gut feeling was never just chance, but a message, a signal, a wake-up call waiting for you to notice. You didn't land here by accident. Something led you to this exact moment, to these words, to this undeniable truth. You are standing at the edge of something greater, something life-changing. But here's the real question. Will you step forward, or will you turn away like you always have? Most people sleepwalk through life, blind to the forces shaping their reality. They wait for a sign, for permission, for a miracle. But you don't have to wait. The power, the breakthrough, the transformation, it's already within you, hidden, locked away beneath layers of doubt, fear, and hesitation. And right now, the universe is daring you to break free. The life you desire isn't some distant dream. It's already yours, but only if you're bold enough to reach out and claim it. So tell me, are you ready? You've spent your life searching for answers, for meaning, for a way out of the ordinary and into something extraordinary. But what if I told you the answer was never out there? What if everything you've been looking for was inside you all along, buried beneath the noise of doubt, fear, and the expectations of a world that never wanted you to wake up? Think about it. The moments where you felt something greater stirring within you, the flashes of intuition that you ignored, the dreams that felt too big to be real, none of that was random. That was the truth clawing its way to the surface, begging you to see it. You were never meant to live small. You were never meant to accept a reality dictated by limitations. But somewhere along the way, you were convinced otherwise. They told you to be realistic, to play it safe, to conform, and maybe, just maybe, you started believing them. You started dimming your light, silencing that voice inside that told you there was more, that you were more. But let me make one thing clear. Just because you've been conditioned to live in fear doesn't mean you were born to. Right now, you have a choice. You can keep waiting, hoping that one day life will miraculously shift in your favor, or you can wake up and realize that the power to change everything has always been in your hands. The universe doesn't withhold from you. It reflects you. Your energy, your beliefs, your state of being. These are the forces shaping your world. So ask yourself, what have you been radiating? Scarcity, doubt, desperation? Or have you been stepping into the version of yourself that already has everything you seek? Because here's the truth no one ever told you. Your external reality is nothing but a mirror. And if you don't like what you see, you don't beg the mirror to change. You change yourself. So I ask you again, are you ready? Not to hope, not to wish, but to decide, to claim the life that has always been yours to take. Most people never make that choice. They stay trapped in the illusion that life is something happening to them, instead of something they have the power to shape. They wait for the right moment, for some grand sign from the heavens telling them it's time. But here's what they don't realize. The sign has already come. It's been coming for years, knocking, whispering, sometimes even screaming at them to wake up. But you're different. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. You feel it, don't you? That pull in your gut, that fire in your chest, that unshakable sense that you were meant for more. And yet, something has always held you back. Fear, doubt. The stories you've been told about what's possible, what's realistic, what's allowed. But let me tell you the truth that they never wanted you to know. There are no limits except the ones you choose to accept. Every time you tell yourself, I can't, the universe says, as you wish. Every time you believe you're not worthy, not ready, not enough, reality reflects that right back at you. Because that's the game, the law. The energy you carry, the identity you embody, that is what creates your world. And right now, whether you realize it or not, you are manifesting. You are shaping your reality with every thought you think, every belief you hold, every choice you make. So I ask you, what have you been creating? Are you still living in the story of lack, still waiting for life to change before you do, still hoping that one day, somehow, things will just fall into place? Or will you finally step into the version of yourself who already has everything they desire? Because make no mistake, there is a version of you out there, in a timeline that already exists, living the exact life you dream of. The only thing standing between you and them is your decision to step into their shoes, to stop hoping and start embodying, to walk, talk, think, and act as if you are already there. And the moment you do that, the moment you stop playing small, stop waiting for permission, stop hesitating, the universe will move. It will bend, shift, rearrange itself in ways you never imagined, all to align with the energy you've chosen to step into. But it starts with you. It always has. So the only question left is, what are you choosing right now? So, what's it going to be? Will you keep living in the loop of hesitation, waiting for the stars to align, for someone to give you permission to take what has always been yours? Or will you finally decide, right here, right now, that you are done waiting? Because the truth is, the universe isn't holding anything back from you. It's not testing you. It's not punishing you. It's simply responding to what you project. If you walk through life believing you are powerless, it will reflect that back at you. If you carry the energy of scarcity, that's exactly what you will experience. But the moment you shift, when you decide that you are already abundant, already powerful, already worthy, everything begins to change. It's not magic. It's not luck. It's alignment. And alignment isn't about waiting. It's about becoming. Close your eyes. Picture the version of yourself who already has what you desire. How do they move? How do they speak? What do they believe to be true about themselves? Do they hesitate? Do they second-guess every decision? Or do they step boldly into their life, certain that everything is already unfolding in their favor? That version of you is real. They exist, right now, in another timeline, waiting for you to catch up. The only difference between you and them is not talent, not luck, not fate. It's a choice. A choice to stop living as the person who wants and start living as the person who has. To stop wishing and start embodying. To act as if, because you are already there. And when you do that, when you hold that state, no matter what your circumstances try to tell you, the universe has no choice but to respond. Because reality does not create you. You create reality. So I'll ask you one last time, who are you choosing to be? The moment you decide, the moment you claim your power without hesitation, the world around you will begin to shift. Not because some outside force has finally deemed you worthy, but because you have. Look around. Everything you see, the successes, the failures, the struggles, the victories, it's all a reflection of the energy you've been putting out. You have been unconsciously shaping your reality all along. The problem? You've been doing it from a place of fear, from a place of lack, from a place of waiting. But what happens when you stop waiting? What happens when you step into your power as the creator of your life? That's when the universe bends. That's when things that once seemed impossible become inevitable. And yes, it will test you. The moment you decide to shift, life will throw challenges your way, not to break you, but to confirm your choice. Will you stand firm, or will you slip back into old patterns? Will you hold the energy of abundance even when scarcity knocks at your door? Will you trust in your path even when the results haven't yet materialized? Because that's the secret, reality lags. The universe needs time to catch up to the new version of you. Most people give up right before the shift happens. They let doubt creep in, they revert to their old selves, and they wonder why nothing changes. But you won't make that mistake. Because now you know. You know that everything you desire is already yours, waiting for you to align with it. And that means holding the vision, standing in your power, and refusing to accept anything less than what you are destined for. So what now? You take the step. You stop overthinking. You stop questioning. You become. And as you do, watch the universe unfold in ways you never thought possible. Because it was never holding back. It was always waiting for you to realize. You were the key all along. There will come a moment, sooner than you think, when everything you've been waiting for starts moving toward you. The opportunities, the breakthroughs, the changes you once thought were impossible will begin to unfold before your eyes. And when that moment comes, you will realize something undeniable. It was never about the world changing first. It was always about you changing first. Most people never get to this point. They let their fears drag them back into the same cycles they swore they'd escape. They hesitate. They question themselves. They seek validation from a world that only reflects what they already believe. But you are not most people. You are standing on the edge of transformation, and there is no going back. The energy you hold in this very moment is the foundation of everything that will come next. Are you going to carry the energy of doubt, of hesitation, of second-guessing your own power, or are you going to stand tall, look the universe in the eye, and say, I am ready. I am already there. I am already everything I desire to be. Because the truth is, there is no future version of you waiting to be found. That version of you already exists within you right now. The only thing left to do is claim it, to step into it fully, without hesitation, without apology, without waiting for proof. The people around you might not understand. They might tell you to be realistic, to slow down, to stay in your place. Ignore them. They are speaking from their own limitations, their own fears, their own inability to see beyond what they've been taught. But you see beyond the illusion. You know that the life you desire is not a fantasy. It is a reality that you are aligning with at this very moment. The shift has already begun. You can feel it, can't you? That stirring in your soul, that pull towards something greater. It's real. It's happening. And now, there's only one thing left to do. Step forward. Step forward with the certainty that everything you desire is already yours. Step forward with the knowing that the universe is responding to you, aligning everything in your favor. Step forward as the version of yourself who does not beg for their dreams, but demands them. Because this is not the end. This is the beginning. The beginning of the life you were always meant to live. The beginning of a reality where you no longer hope. You know, the beginning of the moment when you finally realize you were never waiting on the universe. The universe was always waiting.